This is part 36 of A Link Between Worlds, and this part we'll be going through the first part of Skull Woods. I just want to start off by saying, like, we respect everybody's opinions, and we know that everybody's opinions is different when it comes to Zelda games.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I absolutely hate this dungeon. It's my second least favorite dungeon in the entire game. It just comes in place ahead of Eastern Palace, only because Eastern Palace suffers from the first dungeon of the game syndrome.
Now, I agree with you entirely. I didn't have it quite as low as you, but this dungeon, it's a very dark, bland, kind of ugly dungeon.
It's really ugly,
And unlike the Dark Palace, this one doesn't have like the bright purple floors.
No, it's boring. It's just boring. It's ugly.
Yeah.
The theme, I think the theme is just really weak. Now, the only cool thing really about the dungeon is I do love the whole coming outside part.
Yeah.
You know, very similar to Link to the Past. But other than that, I just remember playing through this dungeon and just. I've forgotten how bad it was. It's just like there's no excitement.
There's not much to it. There's just not much.
I don't like. There's not really a concept. Like, you know, we have like ice, we have water, we have fire, desert. I mean, I guess the concept here is, well, there's skulls in the main room.
Yeah.
And throughout
a lot of
dungeon,
undead enemies, I guess.
Yeah, kind of like maybe like a shadow temple feel.
That's the closest thing I could think of.
But like. There just wasn't much to this dungeon at all, and I absolutely hate it.
And it is one of the shorter dungeons, to be honest, in all of Lorule. I mean,
well, that's the gameplay. That's the recorder right there, Red.
I mean, obviously, it could be a lot longer if that stupid Wallmaster gets a hold of you.
I do. That's the other thing. I hate that Wallmaster.
It.
Now we will use him later on, but like,
I
mean, he's always been a pain in dungeons, and
I agree.
Here we go again. So.
He's in no Zelda game has it been cool at all. Like going back as far as Link to the Past, as far as I remember, they've just never been a good element in a dungeon.
I didn't understand a dark room right there either. Like, we'll get one later on, like right for the boss
room,
but like, okay, we had that with the Dark Palace.
It made
sense with the Dark Palace, but like, why is there random dark rooms in Skullwood? So
you know, it would have made a lot of sense. Since we're in the woods, is if this dungeon would have had some kind of woods theme.
Oh yeah, I know, and you know how I love forest temples,
absolutely,
forest dungeons, and like that one would have made this one so much better, especially since they had the technology to do it in this game. Just
something.
There was potential, like, cause like I said, I love the going outside and going to the different areas of the dungeon, but other than that, just
now it would have been kind of cool with this dungeon. Is if, like, since we're underneath the forest, maybe have, like, vines or roots, I guess.
Yes, that'd be
coming down on the walls.
Even something simple like the Deepwood Shrine in the Minish Cap. Like, you know how they kind of had those leaves, like, on the outside of the dungeon. Just something like, it wouldn't have to be that good. Just, like, something that was, like, foresty looking.
Or maybe, like, inside a Deku tree. Like, maybe you go up inside a giant tree.
Spiderwebs or something like that. That'd be cool.
Just anything like that, I think would have just spiced up the dungeon.
Now, one thing not one thing. There are a lot of things I really hate, but like also like had to go back up and just like drop down to all these different areas. Like we dropped down, we got a treasure chest, and then we had to go back up and drop back down.
The exact same.
Just to get on the other walkway right there.
It's annoying.
I wonder if you could actually merge onto a wall right there. I did not even look at that.
That's actually a good question. I don't know.
Huh.
I mean,
I want to go back and look at it. I don't know if you can actually merge there or not. It might be something to look at.
I mean, we can merge onto most walls.
Yeah, well, if they have that little like railing or whatever, you can merge into them. So
now, one little trick that I think is pretty cool, in case you don't have the bombs here, like most dungeons will give you like those little bomb enemies that you can use.
Bombs.
Yeah, that's right. In this one, if you don't have it, if you let the hand slam down on this cracked ceiling or cracked floors, it will actually shatter it. So that's one decent use for the Wallmaster, at least.
And here's where we get the name of our dungeon right here: the skulls. The skulls in Skull Woods.
That's it. It's just, I don't know. There's nothing to it.
I cannot get over the fact that like that's basically what the name, why it's called this, is because there's a bunch of skulls in the first room.
There are, and I get that. Like, I guess,
like you mentioned at the very beginning, it kind of does have that whole shadowy, dead feeling to it too.
It does. I tell you what's really neat. I still love, and I know this isn't the first time we've done it, the fact that you can use your lantern on the Gibdos there to turn them into. To turn them into.
Well, I usually don't do because like in other games, like they usually or those are redeads, whichever ones hug you.
Oh,
but like usually, I think in Minish Cap, you could use the lantern against some of those enemies, but if you missed, they would start hugging you, and like so, like I'm always kind of worried about using the lantern against Gibdos.
You could also use the fire rod, of course.
Definitely.
But
Why was I using the fire rod?
I think because you already had the lantern.
Oh, because I was like, yeah, the lanterns.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
So at least, I think that's a cool thing that they did include in this game. I know it's not the first time. I don't think we've encountered it, but I thought it was neat. Now
here's we hate wall masters, but here's the cool part right here where we actually use them to solve puzzles in the game, which we'll be doing a couple times throughout this dungeon. So, I mean, if you're going to have an annoying enemy right there, I mean, at least make it cool to where you could, solve some puzzles with them. It was also a new mechanic that I don't believe we had really in any Zelda game yet.
We haven't, and we'll see that, and we'll also actually see him. We'll use him to kill a couple enemies later on that are on.
Oh yeah, our big boss.
So I think
our uncreative, uninvented. Right here.
Actually, I think
right here. Yeah, it's right here. I had no clue that was an extra room either.
Me neither, actually.
But going along with the dungeon, now some of the other dungeons have had this problem of not having creative bosses, like mini bosses.
Agreed.
Just reusing them. Right here, we just have a regular enemy as a mini boss. So, like I said, I'm complaining about it in this dungeon, but a lot of the other dungeons also suffer from it.
At least they gave us the new mechanic though with the wall master crushing the ones.
Agreed.
Although once again, I think you could have blasted them with your fire rod and killed them because I believe it goes up to those higher platforms.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that, to be honest with you. You could already also use a bomb too. Throw a bomb
throw it up there. Yeah.
I didn't think about that. It's just I don't know, I saw the wall master, so I was kind of like, well, why not use them? Yeah. Now, that's actually kind of a nerve-wracking part right there.
Yes.
If that hand kind of comes towards you, more earlier than that.
Yep.
He can definitely get you on that little platform.
Oh, yeah, he can. You got to look out because you do not have a lot of room to navigate. And this wraps up part 36.